Coffee with a Chair was recorded before a live studio audience.
Welcome to Coffee with the Chair. I'm Teresa Aronson. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm here with the one, the only Board of County Commission Chair, Kathy Townsend.
Good morning.
Welcome to our November show. Happy to have you. November is looking up for us, and fingers crossed, no storms. We got past the storm in October. You know what is surprising? I mean, we're going to have to talk about it because, of course, it happened. It's top of mind. We always think, I remember this with Wilma. It came across the state like this one did. And we think, well, we're not taking a direct hit. It's not going to be that bad. And again, we thought it was a Category 1 by the time we didn't take into consideration the rain with Wilma. And this time we didn't take into consideration
the 12 tornadoes.
EF2 and 3 tornadoes, which Florida is not used to seeing. It's not typical for Florida to take EF2s and 3s. So we took a hard hit in St. Lucie County. We had loss of life here, which we did not expect. So, but we rallied and
a lot of people did. They came, they set up, they were providing food. They're helping people put tarps up. People were in there cutting down trees to be able to let people access their roadways. And that was the one good thing that came about this, is neighbors met neighbors if they didn't even know neighbors. I mean, I was standing out there at one point in Lakewood Park, and we were dropping off food and water, and the lady at that house, another neighbor was coming down, and she goes, "Oh, were you so-and-so in that house?" We're like, yeah. She goes, "I've never met you before, but I'm so-and-so." So at least, now they know one another. And that was the good that came from it, that neither one of them were hurt. Their houses were damaged, but they met one another.
Yes, yeah. Well, I spent my time in Spanish Lakes doing mental triage, I called it, with State Representative Trabolsi, who is a beast, who is a hugging machine. And we spent our time in Spanish Lakes. And neighbors were taking in each other so much, leaning on each other so much.
I was at Spanish Lakes, and I also was at Holiday Pines, Portofino Shores, and Lakewood Park.
Yeah.
The focus was put there, I think, because that's where the deaths were,
and the elderly.
And I was going to say the elderly people, and it being mobile homes. But there is a lot of damage in Portofino Shores and Lakewood Park, and I don't think people realized the depth that is in there, because just people didn't go down there until after the fact. And
monetarily, those two were definitely probably hit a little harder, I think, because it was mobile homes. Spanish Lakes took casualties.
You can see the path. You can see where it actually started in Lakewood Park down Eastwood, and you can see where the outer side of it is what took off the back part of Portofino Shores, and then it came where that connects to Spanish Lakes, which was those back roads.
Yeah. But, resources came in. We worked with the state, and FEMA finally set up their multi-resource center at the Fenn Center. And at the beginning of the month, that's probably still going to be happening to some degree. But yes,
it was a long time.
It was a tough month.
I don't know that everybody will be able to repair, and I know a lot of those people in Spanish Lakes won't be able to replace. They're going to have to find new housing. So
for sure. Some of those were complete devastation. I've never seen anything like it, firsthand. And honestly, to be, as you did as well, to actually be crawling through those homes, helping people get their belongings was a little rough.
Sad.
Yeah, but we've got other things going on, right?
We do. Well, we have. I'm sure it's old news now. It's November, right? But we are Part 139 certified at our airport.
Yes.
We have it. It's done. It's good. We have our airline coming.
Yep.
They're hoping to be in by March or April. Of course, that'll be dependent on the TSA and how fast they can.
And can we say anything more about that airline, or?
I'd rather not at this point. I would like for it to be announced by our staff, and it to be a big deal, and have a little ribbon cutting out there for it and everything.
Well, hopefully too, we'll set up. And I know I worked with out at Spanish Lakes division of I don't have his card with me, but it was the Division of Insurance was one of them, and then we also had like the fraud division for the state come up. I need people to be weary of fraudulent. There's some bad actors sometimes. Be careful.
Always is whenever there's a disaster.
We have a tragedy of any sort, we have some bad actors. So be careful out there with people coming door to door, offering their services in help and need. Times of need, people sometimes take advantage. So reach out to us at the chamber, but hopefully we'll have some numbers that we can put up for people to call for that as well. And I digressed there for a minute because I wanted to make sure we told people that, because I'd already seen that happening.
You know, it's happening. And it's going to continue to happen until everybody gets repaired. And I think the longer it goes with people needing repairs, and as they find out things that won't be covered by insurance, is when the scamming really starts. And so it's like I've told everybody, vet who it is and don't sign off on anything. Do not give any of your personal information away. And if you ever have any questions, call the office or call FEMA or call Patronus's office.
That's who was down here too. Jimmy Patronus's office was down here too.
And Luck was in there. Luck was here.
Yeah, I saw him actually. I saw him out at Spanish Lakes.
Yes, he was there.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, I saw Luck this weekend. But yeah, so I digress. But I think the airport and everything, bringing it up, I don't know why that.
Well, the airport got hit.
Yeah.
It was some hangars in the fence and 5 airplanes.
Oh no! Private airplanes?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Yeah, there was a part of the airport that went through that tornado.
Yeah, Al's Family Farm, which is a staple, right? That was sad too. Rough month, but November, December's looking better and better and better, and finally some cool weather in November. Yeah.
And the holidays coming up, and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and starting off a new year, which reminds me, this is my last show.
Oh, you do?
No, this is our November show, and we do reorg in November. So
you do, but you do the November show, which is our December show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you do December show, just so you know.
Okay.
You got one more show. Okay. Mike says yes, I'm correct. You got one more, so don't worry. And then so it used to be that whenever one of the commissioners would do their last show, we'd do like a cake and stuff, and then they'd come back. They'd come back and fill in. They'd come back in a couple years. So, because last year you were our chair as well, so we never know, and I'm sure you'll fill in.
Well, we're definitely going to change. It will be either District 1 or District 4 probably.
Okay, very good.
Because you don't want to put a brand new commissioner up.
Yeah,
you want them to have time to come in and get acclimated to stuff or whatever.
At the county level, we don't elect a chair. We rotate it.
No,
through the commission.
we elect.
No, you elect.
Yes.
We as the citizens don't elect.
We elect, and we normally try to rotate through the districts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The 5 commissioners
right,
elect
and we
one
rotate
amongst themselves.
But, again, it kind of varies depending on if it's a new commissioner in that seat or something.
Yeah.
You don't want a new commissioner to sit there. You want them to be in for a year or two before they get into that position.
Yeah. And so that's coming up. In in the cities they elect a mayor, but we don't do that here. So very good.
Some counties though, they have commissioners, but they elect a mayor.
Really?
Yeah. And they have a mayor of that board.
Well, actually, City of Fort Pierce has commissioners, and they have a mayor, right? Instead of council people.
But I mean, there's counties. There's counties that have a mayor,
commissioner, and then a mayor, and then a county administrator.
Yeah,
that's a lot of things.
I think Palm Beach has the mayor, and then they have their county commissioners. I think it's Palm Beach.
Yeah, because they have Palm Beach County, which is like you, commissioners, and then Palm Beach, the city, has a mayor.
But I think Palm Beach County
has a mayor too.
I think their board has a mayor of their board.
I don't know.
I'll have to get back and look at that, because I do remember somebody being a mayor, and they were on the county board, I think.
I used to live down there, but I was very young.
You're still young.
I wish. I wish. What else is going on?
Well, the budget's over, and this is, I don't want to go back to the storm, but this is a perfect example. People, we have money in our reserve, and a lot of people disagree with that. And, the current board, 5 years ago, we had a plan. We did a 5-year strategic plan. And it was to be able to have 25% of our budget in there. We've achieved that goal. And it's because of times like this. We are going to see probably $1 billion in damages throughout the county. We're still in there assessing everything. And back in 2004, we got paid and reimbursed from FEMA in 2023.
I know.
So all those years, we bared that burden and carried that debt. And so now we are going to have to take some money out of reserve to be able to get people back up and going and get some of the things up and going that were damaged by the county. Like, for example, people don't realize this. The sheriff's department was hit. Their whole garage was taken out. That's our building. We own the building of all the constitutionals, right?
Yep.
And so that is a $2 to $2.5 million building that we are responsible for. And we have to rebuild that. And where are we going to get the money? Out of reserves. How long are we going to have to wait before FEMA reimburses us?
So long.
Years.
A decade.
Years.
Minimum.
I mean, I'm in my 60s. I hate to say this, be dead by the time we get reimbursed, So
People don't realize how FEMA works.
So
I used to work for FEMA.
Yeah, so that's why you have to have these reserves, because if we didn't have these reserves, the sheriff's department would go without a building, or we would go into debt because we would have to go borrow that money. And so that's why I just think it's so important for people to take the Citizens Academy class. I think it's important for people to not listen to people, because there's just so much information that's wrong out there on social media and that people talk about. It's never going to happen, but someday I pray that people listen. I get it. Government, it's hard to trust, and there's a lot of wasteful spending. But at the end of the day, there are good people that are in office that are not government, and they're not political, and it's not a career for them. They're here because they care, and they want to leave this place better than they found it. And they try to do the right thing, and they look at this as a business. And we have amazing staff, that works for us, and that's the other thing that people don't understand. They want to sit there and they want to talk about our staff, or they want to say something negative. They have no idea, just like during that storm, yes, our staff is salaried, but they're not salaried to work 80, 90 hours a week that they were all doing out there at that emergency operations center. And they don't get to make that time up and take time off to make up the extra hours that they worked, but they do it because they care. And so, that's why you have a reserve. You have a reserve in times of emergencies.
Yeah, you do.
And there's a lot of things we are going to have to repair. Our jail took a hit.
Oh, it did?
Our bunker took a hit. And so we have damages to our buildings that we're going to have to repair and fix.
Yeah. And I just think it's smart to have a reserve. I don't understand why people think it wouldn't be.
They do. I was amazed. That was the big talk, I think, of this budget was, we don't need that much money.
I remember even just in 2007 and 8 when we took that huge downturn in the economy, if you want the same level of services, but yet we take a huge hit in our tax income.
Like next year, I'm going to say we're 90% going to have a downturn in the economy. I think some property values.
I think it'll level out.
I think some of the property values are going to come down a little bit. I don't think we're going to see a 13, 18% increase in property values next year. And so you're going to have to adjust the budget because you're not going to have the income coming in. So what happens is, to not cut services, you're going to have to pull from your reserve to make it, because you don't want to increase the millage rate and increase taxes, right? So that's why you have a reserve.
Yeah.
And so there's a reason why you have that, And I know it's hard to do, but it's just like in our own personal life. You should have 6 months of whatever your bills are in the bank somewhere that you never touch. It's sitting back there in case of an emergency, to know that if something happens, or you lose a job, or you're sick and can't go to work, you're covered for 6 months to get back on your feet. I know that's difficult to do for a lot of people, but if you're able to do it, that's what people do that are business minded.
Most people aren't able to do that, but it is the smart thing. We all aim to do that, right? That is the dream.
It's just like people are finding out too that, like, a lot of these people were self-insured. They couldn't afford insurance. They were self-insured, and they don't have the money to replace. what they had.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's why you have a reserve, But unfortunately, in today's society, with the economy the way it is, most people are living not just month to month, but week to week.
For sure.
It's difficult out there. So that's why you do have to have a reserve. It's planning forward and being prepared. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think of what else we need people to know coming up on the new year.
Of course, the Buc-ee's, it's already en route. People ask about that continuously. It's coming.
Good thing it wasn't halfway built now.
I know.
Right?
Well, yeah, look at that distribution building it took out on Orange Avenue.
Whoosh. That thing was destroyed.
It was brand new.
I know it. Yeah, we were very, very lucky at our house. My husband watched a tornado form, though, and he'd never seen it before. And he's like, I just watched the weirdest thing. 2 clouds came together. And I was like, that's a tornado. And he was like, oh, yeah. And then he watched the news, and he was like, oh, that was a tornado. I was like, yeah, that's a tornado. I'm from the Midwest. We know tornadoes.
Right.
But here in Florida, it's not a real big thing.
And it's already been said. This is the second time in the history of the United States, in any state, that this has happened. The only other time it's happened was, I think it was Arkansas or Alabama.
Somewhere in the Tornado Alley, right? Which is like
it was either Arkansas or
Texas
Alabama.
Tornado.
This happened, and I think they said that they had 2 more than we did. But this is the second time that something like this has happened.
It was crazy.
And you can't prepare for a tornado. It doesn't matter how prepared you are. You can never prepare for a tornado.
I met a lady on Montoya in Spanish Lakes, Miss Carol. She went outside because she heard something, shut her door. She got stuck on the porch because the vacuum of her door, she rode that thing out on her porch. And it took out both the house. She was in a block home, which thankfully, and it took out the houses on both sides of her, and she rode it out on her porch. Can you imagine? Because the vacuum sucked it.
Yeah, it does.
She couldn't open her door. It was crazy. We don't have tornadoes like that here. They said that. We don't get, we're EF1s at most.
Yeah, these were strong. So, yeah, the county, we're stable. We're good. We're strong. Our staff, I'm sure.
How's the inmate medical saving money?
We are already seeing a difference, yes.
Good.
We are already seeing a big difference, actually.
Good. That's good news.
It's gonna put money back in the budget. And hopefully we'll really be able to, even if we are stable next year, we'll still be able to lower the millage rate, hopefully.
Okay. All right. Is there anything, since you only have a couple shows left for this term, I'm not saying for the rest of your life, but for this term, you only have a couple shows left. What do you want people to know? What are the most important things you want people to know? We should talk about that for the next month or two, as you cycle out of this term on the show.
Well, I want people to know that St. Lucie County is strong, and like I said, we have great staff, and we have good people that live here. Mm-hmm. And just like the homeless shelter, you talk about that, and every time you talk about that, there's always people that want to help and be a part of that. So we have a loving and giving community, and I don't want to talk about politics, but it's here. And in the event, if I am to lose, it's okay, because I know that I'm leaving this place better than I found it, and I know that I've made a difference. And we're in a good place. And if the day comes that I walk away, I'm walking away knowing that I will never ever second guess anything in this county as a disaster. I know what we have. I know what staff does. I know how prepared we are. And that is probably the biggest thing I think I can take away from this, is the fact that, yes, there's been changes to planning and zoning, and there's been changes, to code enforcement. And, I know that I've made a difference in a lot of ways. Some of the programs I've started, like the Culvert Assist program and the chickens and stuff like that. But I'm walking away with really good peace of mind, knowing that with the rest of my life and moving forward with my children, my grandchildren, I know that St. Lucie County is prepared. I know that we are strong, and I know that we'll always be taken care of and we'll always be safe. And I just don't know that people really can have that peace of mind. And I don't think you can ever grasp that till you're in the middle of that. I mean, you're with the chamber, you get it, you've seen it, you've been out there, you understand what happens. But the average person that lives here has no idea. And when you don't know, like I would have never known that if I wasn't in this position, right?
Right.
And so I say that to a lot of people when they have me come out and speak or they have me come out to the HOAs. Believe me, you are protected and we're in a really, really good place. It's a well-oiled machine and they know what they're doing.
Yep.
So.
Well, with that, think about some other things that you want to brag about next month, because I think it's always a great way to end your last show for your term. And don't worry about it. That's what you should do. And talk about the things that you are most proud of that you've done in the past 4 years. Although you've been on the board for 8, we'll talk about the past 4 years.
Okay.
All right. I want to thank Travis Leonard and our friends at A&G Pools for sponsoring every single month. And Michael from Steamworks Coffee.
He's always there, right?
He's just so faithful and loyal. And they opened a new location in St. Lucie West, right?
US 1.
On US 1, the Junction Cafe is on US 1. Why did I think it was in St. Lucie West? It's the Junction Cafe. It's on US 1, but they did open a new location. And so Steamworks and the Junction Cafe, go see Michael. Support local business. Support Michael for sure. And with that, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next month.